Hi, I'm Hunter Stevens with Elevated Social Marketing, and I'm here to tell you how we elevate your business. A little background about my company is what we do is we take over, Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, and we grow your business through posting on your behalf. There's a lot of strategy involved. There's guarantee you no random posting. We get everything planned out at least a month in advance. We'll get into more of that later. But if you do not have these accounts, we of course make them for you, and we're really excited, to get some momentum behind your brand and company and get things going. I'm going to first introduce the 7 drivers of social media marketing. Now, these 7 drivers were created by Jason Falls and Eric Decker, and the idea behind this is you don't just post to necessarily drive sales. Yes, sales is the ultimate goal. It's all about the money coming in. But that's only one of the 7, and you need to have a specific purpose and specific goal that you can achieve when you make a post, upload a picture, whatever it is. You need to have something that you can gain from that. And the first one is enhancing brand awareness and getting your brand known. That's a pretty obvious one. Just getting your name out there, getting started. And this really has to do with consistency. You can't just make a post and then, or upload a picture and then just expect things to happen. You got to consistently do it. Another driver is protecting your reputation, and this can come in handy in many ways. So I mean, if there's an accident, let's say you're at a restaurant, there's a breakout of food poisoning, you might want to make a response. Let's say you have some bad media, some bad press. This is a way to get back in the game, a way to kind of redeem yourself, and it can really come in handy when the time is necessary. The third one is enhance public relations. Show that you're a respectable brand. In my previous video, I talked about how my company edits photos before we upload them on your behalf, and that's very important because you don't want even though you might be a mom and pop's store, a smaller non-chain store. You don't want to have just terrible pictures. You want to have something that's really remarkable. And what exactly remarkable means is, being able to, to make a remark, to have that wow material. And editing pictures is something what we do really helps that third driver, enhancing public relations. Another one is, our fourth one is building community. And this one's really cool because when people start sharing, your content, whether it's like a retweet on Twitter, whether it's sharing an article on Facebook, this is all building your community. So, when the holiday season comes, you're in December, you're trying to make sales, boom, you put out a discount online, it can really grow. You want to build your community just so you can really get your voice across. And we're going to get into a little more of that later in the video. But the fifth one is enhancing customer service. Now, this is one of my favorites, because not a lot of people think, hey, I'm going to start up a Facebook page for my company, or I'm going to tweet a little bit, or send out some videos. They don't really think of the customer service side of things. And this is really cool because I'm going to share a little story about when I contacted someone through social media and what response I got. Because there's a difference between broadcasting and engaging. Everyone can broadcast and just be not very personal, but you got to be engaged, and that takes a lot of time. It's checking your accounts 4 or 5 times a day. And just to get my story, I went to just Entrepreneur Magazine's growth conference. It was in Dallas. It was awesome, and one of my favorite columnists from the magazine, Erica Napolitano, she was selling books, signed it. I got one. It was awesome. And so I go home, I'm reading it. There's an awesome quote. I got on my Twitter account, I tweeted it, and I included her username in it, so she saw that I tweeted about her. And what was really cool is she didn't just respond to me, which is just engaging. That's really cool. That's really creating a fan base. Is when when let's say you own a pizza company and someone tells you, hey man, I had a really good pizza, great job today, or something. You got to say thank you. Hey man, I appreciate it. Here's thanks for spreading the word. Send them a message. Send them a discount, for the next pizza. Really just grow their enthusiasm so they can really be a great ambassador for your brand. But she did not just respond to me. She responded within 2 hours, which is, what's cool in a response? A quick response. And that's something that my my company offers. When we're posting on your behalf or taking over your accounts, it's not just, hey, this guy gets on, periodically, makes some posts. Everything is planned, and we get on about 4 or 5 times a day, just so we can have quick response. And we like to relay things back to you or the store manager, whoever takes on that responsibility. The next one is facilitating research and development. Now, I find this really cool because research and development can be very expensive, as you know. And, you can just ask a question. Engaging is asking a question. When you're on a date, you don't just like people or other people that you're on a date with just talk about themselves. You like them to ask questions, for you to get involved, and you can use this in research and development. Like, hey, how do you guys stay warm this Christmas? If you get a lot of, hey, we get, I'm going to get some scarves or whatever. You can know, hey, carry more scarves, or people say more mittens or gloves. Go get some more, gloves. It's very simple, and this is a really cheap way just to, help you out, especially for big sales season like the holiday season. And the last one, of course, is to drive sales, make that money. And that's it as far as 7 social media marketing drivers. Another thing is, a lot of people think of likes. Like, hey, I got to get an X amount of likes. We'll go a step further. I'm not going to get into EdgeRank today. If you'd like to meet with me to talk about maybe my company working on your behalf, I would love to talk more EdgeRank and really get in depth with that. But basically, you have these likes, and you got to battle like further than that, because the more people like your content, the more they're going to come up on, the more you're going to come up on their newsfeed. So what that really means is you really have to have awesome material, because you just want them to like away. You want them to like every single thing. So when they get on, they see their newsfeed, you're right there. So when you decide, to try to make that sale, through a discount, coupon, an advertisement of some sort, when you're calling your number, you need to be ready. And this comes from day in and day out good content, whether it's like a joke, whether it's an article, whether it's cool pictures, whatever it is, you got to have great content, which is something we really pride ourselves in. And one great thing that we do is we plan ahead. Like I said earlier, this company's not not just people that just wake up and start tweeting on their phones. We have every single thing that will be presented within the month on a calendar. So we wake up, first we're going to check messages on your account, see if anyone has any problems, take care of that. Any comments, we're going to comment back. But we're also going to look at the calendar, and maybe today is number 5, enhance customer service. How can I do that? Or if today we have marked down, number 6, facilitate research and development. We're going to ask a question or figure out a way to do that, but it'll already be figured out. We just got to implement it basically. And we also do as far as Twitter goes, automated tweets. So it's not like something you can forget about. You can automate them, make sure they go off periodically and make it work for you. And another thing I'm not to get into, but if you want to meet with me and just talk about a little more about this, I would love to talk about how you can actually buy likes. It's kind of an unconventional way of doing it, but it's really cool. If you want to email me about that, hey, love to help you out. Even if you're not using our service, love to tell you guys about how to buy likes in a sense. It's pretty interesting stuff. And what I'm just going to wrap up on is just engaging over broadcasting. Anyone can broadcast, and going back into commercials and radio, radio commercials. That's what broadcasting is. And social media is just so awesome because you can engage in the people, you can have fun, you can stir excitement in the community, and that's what it's really all about. So. If you have any questions, just contact me at hunter@elevatedsocialmarketing.com, and I'd love to help you out. Talk to you soon.